So, if you're a film director trying to make the viewer believe in an artificial world, you show your viewer pieces of that world that have been spliced together in order to suggest a complete world. You're cutting out whole roomfuls of unfinished sets filled with crew members and lighting, and perhaps you're cutting together halves of conversations that were filmed in completely different places, etc. But continuity editing makes the viewer feel like they have a full understanding of the space, so they can comprehend the story without any jarring bumps. But the kind of viewer manipulation I'm talking about makes the viewer believe they have a full understanding of the space and then reveals that they were purposefully misled, in these cases for the purpose of comedy. And this often happens at the beginning of a scene, like you're showing one misleading, establishing viewpoint of the set, and then in the next shot you get more. But I have a lot of respect for the reveal that doesn't happen until the very end of the scene, and then you have to reimagine the entire scene you just saw with new meaning. And the television show Arrested Development is the champion of this.
Michael, you don't want to make the same mistake your mom made with Buster.
Yeah, boy. What happened there?
I really don't know. Maybe it was the 11 months she spent in the womb. And the doctor said there were claw marks on the walls of her uterus, but he was her miracle baby, you know. And I was just too burnt out on raising you guys to care, so he turned out a little soft, you know, a little doughy. I don't know, maybe it was my fault. Maybe I just ignored the guy.
Wow. We're just blowing through nap time, aren't we?
Let me tell you something, Michael. You have to fight for your family. If you were smart, you'd grab your son before he slips any further away.
Well, I disagree, Mom. I'm not gonna control George Michael. I'm gonna let him decide for himself what's best.
Well, you better hope that little bird decides to fly back into your house. Because they usually don't.
So, can we go now?
So sometimes these conceal and reveal jokes serve to emphasize, in a humorous way, some expositional aspect of the story world, like that Cheech's character in Up in Smoke is a complete degenerate, or in that last example from Arrested Development, you get a lot of insight into the dynamic of the Bluth family. But sometimes breaking the fourth wall is the whole point. It's the meta-ness of it all, making a joke of movie conventions for its own sake. So I'm going to show you a classic example of that. So obviously that was Blazing Saddles, and see, it's funny because you thought that that was the movie soundtrack, which we would call non-diegetic sound because it originates from outside of the story world, but actually it was diegetic sound because this is a delightful meta-comedy from Mel Brooks. But anyway,